this end and we'll get started. Happy Sunday, guys. Let's see where we're at. I gotta tell you, I've had a super lazy day today. I have done a little bit of nothing. I played in my craft room a little bit. I even took a nap. That was incredible. Let's see here. There's our link. We'll get started. If you're on, give me a shout out. Let me know you're watching and that the video's good. Let's see here. I feel like things are going just where I want them to. All right, yeah. Hey, happy Sunday, guys. This is Tara with Tarabeth Stamps. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Mid-Missouri. And tonight I've got a fun fold that I'm going to do using the upcoming, so this is a sneak peek of the Wildflower birthday DSP. So I did a double easel card. I got to tell you, this paper is stunning. So let me just show you what this paper is going to look like. So Stampin' Up's got the catalog, and let me tell you, sometimes there's something in there, other times there's not. So, okay, so on the back of this flower piece, there's a couple of tags that you can do, a couple of die cuts and things. So there's that. We're going to use that soft seafoam, peach pie. We've got pretty and pink. I got to tell you, this paper, I was not impressed with the catalog. But I took it out of the package today, truly today, for the first time. And I was like, holy cow, this stuff is gorgeous. I cannot get over how pretty this paper is. And then there's like a whole sheet of dies. You get 2 sets of the sheet of dies. So that's what I'm using today is some of the die cuts. This is a great collection. I am absolutely in love with this paper. If you had asked me yesterday what I thought of it, I would have been like, I don't know. But once I got it out of the package, it is beautiful. So I'm going to throw this back in here. So this is what my product shares look like. So this is the paper. It's cut in 6x6. So that sign up is on my blog on Facebook. Don't miss out on that. Great way to get just a little bit of everything to get it started. So we're going to do this fun fold. First thing we're going to do, I think, we're going to go ahead and stamp because we're using Blueberry Bushel, and that's got a lot of pigment, so it takes a minute to dry. That way I don't smear it. So I pulled out, I did not get the coordinating stamp set that goes with this DSP. Hey, Laura. Hey, Karen. Hey, Mary. Thanks for joining. Hey, Rosie. Thanks for joining, guys. So I didn't get the paper or the card stamp set and die. So I thought that I would just pull out something fancy from the annual catalog. This has been around forever. Hey, Amy, thanks for joining. This is a great sentiment set. If you don't have this one is a must-have because you've got everything from birthday to sympathy to, you know, here's to a beautiful beginning and happily ever afters. That's great for wedding. It could work for a baby. So just a lot of really great sentiments. So if you don't have that, that's a must-have. All right, so we're going to ink this stamp up with some Blueberry Bushel. And I was really surprised how well the Blueberry Bushel went with all of these colors that are in this set. But I do love it. All right, so I'm going to set this to the side and let that dry a little bit. And I feel like, yeah, here we go. I have a die cut from the coordinating die sets, so something fancy. This is a great overall die set too. So if you're starting out or if you've been doing card making for a while and you don't have this set, this is a must-have. It's been in several catalogs and I love that they keep carrying it over. So I'm going to set these back to dry so I don't smear them. And that's all the stamping that we're doing today. So this is basically just a lot of building of the card base, not a lot of stamping. I'm going to go ahead and wash this real quick so I don't get blueberry ink or Blueberry Bushel ink all over me. You know what I mean? Have an ink catastrophe. All right, make sure my fingers are good. All right, so all these dimensions will be available on my blog tomorrow, so don't hesitate to check that out. So this is just a standard double easel fold, which I love. Got to watch a team member make one of those today, and I really love it. Okay, so this is 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to score this at 5 1/2 with that Simply Score tool. This is great for doing perfect indentions. And then I have a piece of 4 1/8 by 9 3/8, and we score at 2 and 4. So just running that along there a couple of times. So this is what you're going to do for any standard double easel card. Set those out of the way, and that's all we need to do with that. So this is a super simple card. I think this fun fold is really impressive when you give it, and it's once you make one, that's all it takes. It's one of my faves. All right, we're going to do a little score there. So there's your card base. So that's a standard card base with pretty in pink. Now, for the body of the easel, you're going to fold at that 4-inch score line. And that's going to create your valley. And then you're going to fold back and do the score again at the 2-inch line. Using your bone folder just to make sure you've got a nice deep crease. And now we can go ahead and on these mechanisms and things that kind of move around a little more, I always like to use Stampin' Seal Plus on that. It's really not necessary, but I do think it holds it together a little bit better. Now I'm going to flip that open, make sure I've got my opening at the bottom, and I'm going to center this so that I get just a little nice edge of that pretty in pink to peekaboo out. All right, so there's your standard card base. You can do this with anything. Just find your coordinating DSPs and you're good to go. All right, look, oh man, this gingham, I am in love with this. I could use 100 sheets of this. It is so pretty, and I would never get bored with that. Okay, so I'm going to take some seal, and I've got another coordinating piece of that DSP that we're going to put on this bottom section. So this is kind of just some scallops with gold. Oops. I didn't give myself enough space. All right, let's try that again. There we go. So that's the nice thing about Stampin' Seal. Yes, ginghams are the best, Mary. You are just totally right. So with Stampin' Seal, if you make a mistake, as long as you haven't pressed it down, you can usually peel it right on up if you're careful. And one of the tools that I used to do that a lot with, I didn't do it this time. You can use a bone folder, but you can also use that flat edge on your take your pick tool. So this is great for peeling that stuff up. Thanks, Laura. I'm glad you like it. I think this is absolutely a stunning set. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This will be, I don't know. I haven't used the yellow set yet. So maybe that one will surpass that one. Okay, seal that on there. And then I'm going to add this DSP. See, look how gorgeous that back is, too. Yikes, it's beautiful. All right, free shipping this week starts on the 9th, which I think is tomorrow. So yeah, starts tomorrow. Great way to get your last chance products if you're interested in some of those. Yes, I am an enabler, Rosie. That is right. Okay. So yeah, any orders over $75. Now I've got some celebration paper bought up that I'm going to send a sample to for anybody that places a qualifying order. So make sure you use my host code. So what I have done is I went ahead and did this before because I didn't want to do heat embossing on the camera. It gets really loud, but I stamped the corner with this starburst from the Round We Go on each corner. I thought that kind of looked like birthday confetti, so I thought that it was just a little plain and needed a little something more. So that's what I did. And now I've die cut a piece of blueberry bushel with the perennial postage. I don't know where that came from. Perennial postage. All right, so I'm just adding that to make that look like a stamp. I think that's adorable the way we do that. Okay, now on this one, once again, I'm going to use that Stampin' Seal Plus because it gives just a little bit more structure. And we'll go ahead and put this to the card base. All right, I'm going to rub that down, except it got crooked. Peel quick, peel quick. Try that again. There we go. Everything's bound and determined to be crooked today. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up and add my card base, or my inside. Now see how quickly this card's coming together once you get everything cut out. No, Rosie, I didn't melt my peppermint embellishments. I didn't have any spares on my fingernails. These are Color Street nails, and they keep me from biting my nails. So yeah, thanks for noticing those. All right, so this is just one of the die cuts. There's several large ones. There's a couple of cakes that are like 3-tier, couple of balloons, like big balloon bouquets. So a lot of things you can do for birthdays or celebrating in general. Okay, I'm going to take a strip of seal and just kind of put it right here in the center. And I have some gold twisted thread. Now this stuff is oh, I love it. It's great for doing just like some loop-de-loops like what I'm doing here. So I'm just rolling that around a couple of times, and I'm actually going to make that a little bit bigger. So let's start that again. So as you pull it off of there, what I do is I normally just run my fingers over it, and that kind of straightens it out so that I'm not getting unnecessary loops when I don't want them. So I'm going to hold that finger, and I'm going to go ahead and spread my fingers out a little bit. We're just going to do 3 loops, and then I'm going to put it, yep, that's about what I want. So I'm going to pull that down a little bit. And so you'll notice that it kind of starts flaring out and changing sides. That's what I want. I'm going to take some snips and cut that. Put that aside. And then I'm going to lay that down. This way I have the thread going one direction opposite of where the starburst are. All right, we are totally about done. This may be the fastest card I've done in a good long while. 15 minutes. Okay, dimensionals, obviously, because we got to pop this up and make it so that when it pops up on somebody's mantle or desk at work, they'll have a beautiful card that they can display. All right. So I'm going to set that right there. And there's my dimensionals. There we go. Okay. Now, the last thing I've got to do is throw this on here. And I've got to find a place where I like it. I kind of want it down lower so you can see those flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my dimensionals in half here. So there's a couple that we've cut in half. Do you love brand new packs of dimensionals? Does it make anybody else happy, or is it just me? I absolutely love a new thing of dimensionals, and I'm always cranky when I clean my room and I find about 14 half-empty ones, and then I've got to use those first. I love a brand new pack. All right, I'm going to line that up there. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I don't want my dimensional to throw my ribbon, my twine down. I want that to be loose and flowy. Yes, Mary, I know you like these double easel cards too. You're an easel person too. All right, take those off. And then before I lay it down, I'm going to just flip my sentiment over, and I'm going to put a little bit of seal on that side so that it'll seal right there. All right, I'm glad you guys are liking this card. All right, there we go. There it is, double easel birthday card. Perfect. It's gonna sit like this, or when you're like, there we go. So there it's flat. So it creates that nice little thing. Let's do our envelope up. Oh, Karen, I didn't see you come in. Thanks. I'm glad you like it. So we're just going to take just a little bit of liquid adhesive and roll it up to the top and around. So free shipping, don't miss out on that. If you're loving some of these sneak peeks and you just can't wait to get your hands on the product, give me a shout. We'll talk about a great way to get some of this. Product share information is available on my blog and on Facebook. Don't miss out on that. And I think that's it. So we'll be back here again next Sunday night, creating another card. I'm kind of getting away from Christmas because I'm hoping that I have all my Christmas cards done. They're all in a tote right now, ready for me to finish addressing. So I do have one coming out on Tuesday's blog. So, all right, there's today's card. Double easel using the Wildflower birthday. Thank you so much for spending part of your Sunday night with me. We'll see you next week and have a groovy week.